Someone that doesn't gossip. Oh my goodness. A snake is always gonna be a snake. Why are you trying to be in competition with somebody else? No, that's not a true friend. Get somebody else to do it. Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Tamera. As you guys can tell by the title, this is a video about friendships. I feel like I have tons of experience when it comes to friendships, both good and bad. So I'm like, let me make a video that's a little bit different on my channel, a little girl chat. You know, I got the setup here, and let's talk about friendships, green flags and red flags in friendships. That way you know what to look out for. Maybe you might be reevaluating your own friendship that you have. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Join the family. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to hit the notification bell button. That way you're notified every single time I upload a new video. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I have my red and green flags on my notes here that I wrote down. Let's start off with the green flags first, because I have a lot of green flags. I have some really great friendships in my life. So green flag number one, someone who is supportive. That is something that is major for me. Like, I'm such a supportive kind of person, and it's really nice to surround myself with friendships amongst women who are so supportive of just me as a person, what I do, and also holds me accountable, because there are times when like I may be going through it mentally, and I'll have some of my friends say, hey Tamera, like, what's going on? Like, you know, you have been posting on your YouTube channel, you have been doing this, how can I help you? You know, and I love that. So someone who is super supportive is a major green flag in a friendship, and I feel like everybody should have that. Every single person that has a true friend in their life, that person is supportive of them. Because if you really care about that true friend in your life, why wouldn't you be supportive of them? You know, I love all of my friends, and I'm super supportive of every single one of them, and they reciprocate that same energy to me. So I think that's a major green flag. So if you have that, that's a good thing. If you don't have that, get a new friend. Sorry. You gotta have a supportive friend. You gotta be supportive of them, and they have to be supportive of you. So, okay, second green flag, someone who you feel like you can confide in, trust with certain information, and doesn't judge you. So that is a major green flag. Every single one of my friendships in my life, I feel like I can come to them about anything and not feel judged for it. The same goes for me. Like, they can come to me about anything. I don't judge them. I feel like that is something that is very important in a friendship. You learn things about each other, and when you're down, you gotta confide in your girls. Like, you know, like, you want to confide into them, especially if you can't go to like your parents or your siblings or whoever it is that's like blood related. You have your girls to go to, or your guy, if you have a guy friend. It's major to be able to feel like you can come to them instead of holding on to things, because it's not really good to hold everything in. And I feel like I definitely have those moments where I'm just like, no, I can figure it out on my own. And most of the time I do, but then I've learned, you know, with the friendships that I have, it's okay to come to somebody else and, you know, confide in them and share your feelings, that encouragement and that supportive system, you know, that we're talking about. So I've learned to come to my friends a little bit more, because before I just really wasn't. I was so cool with being the person giving advice and not really like coming to people, you know, but then I've learned like, nah, there's certain things that, you know, I definitely needed my sisters to talk to, and they were always there being a listening ear. So, you know, having that supportive friend and having that person that you can come to and confide in and not feel judged for it, that is major. So that's a green flag. Make sure you have that, because if you feel like you can't come to that person, that's not a friend. You should feel like you can trust that person with the information that you choose to come to them about. And you should know that it stays between y'all two. Like, it's never gonna go anywhere else except for between the person that you are speaking to. Does that make sense? Next green flag, someone who can tell you the truth when you are wrong, aka not a yes friend. That is so key. One of my biggest pet peeves is a yes friend. You don't gotta agree with me about everything. You don't. No. You know, like, I want to hear your other opinions, and I know that I'm not always right. You know, the point of me coming to someone else to get that secondary opinion is for a reason, you know. And a lot of the times I come to my friends and I'll say, am I tripping or XYZ, like whatever I'm coming to them about. And most of the time, like, they'll say, you know, no, you're not tripping. Or they'll also say, you know what, Tamera, not you tripping. And that's not a good idea. Or no, like, I don't agree. You know, I like hearing that, because if I go to you, I'm obviously seeking for a secondary opinion, because I am kind of on the fence of my own opinion, and so I want to make sure that, like, I'm not tripping. You get what I'm saying? Or anytime you're having just a regular conversation and that person always agrees with every single thing that you say. Like, just some people just do that just because they don't want to, you know, have any drama, or they don't want to state their own opinion, which I just kind of feel like if you have a different opinion from somebody else's, that doesn't mean that there's gonna be drama. You shouldn't assume that drama is gonna happen, because then it's like, okay, well, who is this person that you're friends with? Because if you feel like you have to have the same opinion as them to avoid drama, that's not okay. I like surrounding myself with people who have different opinions of mine. You know, like, I like to hear all kinds of opinions, even if it differs from my own. I want to hear it, you know, because you might change my mind, or you might get me to see it from a different perspective. So yeah, I like that. A yes friend can be a red flag for sure, especially when that friend that you're going to advice to knows that your answer is wrong, but then tells you that it's right just because they don't want to see you do good. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, no, you don't want a yes friend. You want someone that can tell you the truth and be honest, and whatever it is that you're going through, or whatever it is that you came to them about, you know, you want to make sure that you have that friend that is looking out for your best interest, basically. So next green flag, someone that you can have fun and connect with. That is so key. Like, whenever you're out with your friend or your friends and y'all all can just vibe together, it doesn't matter what y'all are doing, you're just having a blast. You know what I mean? And that's one thing about my best friend that I really loved when we were connecting as friends. Before we became best friends, immediately I knew that we could do whatever. We could just be at home watching movies and enjoying each other's company and just having fun together and connecting. Like, we didn't have to just be out the streets, you know, just going to a bunch of clubs and just having fun that way. We could just be at home together. No matter what y'all are doing, you know that you're having a good time with them. You know that their energy around you is great. You feel great, and you just want to continue the day or continue the night with them because you're just having so much fun. I think that is a major green flag. So need that. Next green flag, someone that doesn't gossip. Oh my goodness. That is a major green flag. When you're out with your friends and the first thing that they want to do as soon as you sit down at a restaurant, or as soon as y'all are just together, they badmouth other friends. No, absolutely not. No, like, you feel like that's the only way y'all can have fun, is just sitting down talking bad about somebody else. No, that is a horrible, that's a red flag right there. When you can get with the person and y'all just have normal conversations, y'all are just vibing on your own without talking about other people, that is a green flag. You know what I'm saying? And when I say talk about people, I don't mean like kind of how I was just saying a little bit earlier, you know, confiding in them about, you know, say like you're confiding in them about a guy, confiding in them about a family member or whatever that you're going through, where you're seeking advice. Not talking bad about the person, but just seeking advice. That's different. But when you're coming together with that friend and, you know, y'all are at dinner, y'all are at lunch, or whatever it is that y'all are doing, and as soon as y'all sat down, the first thing that friend is doing is bad mouthing their other friends to you, that's a major red flag. Because I promise you, if that person is bad mouthing their other friends to you, best believe she's doing the same thing when she's with her other friends, bad mouthing you. No, absolutely not. Major red flag. So it's really good when you're with friends and you're all not gossiping. Even something simple as just sitting down together and not gossiping about the people around you. You know, like, I've had friendships where as soon as we sat down, why are you gossiping about people around us that you don't even know? Complete strangers. Like, I'm here to vibe with you and you gossiping about old lady with a hat on. Who cares what she feels pretty with that hat on? She feels pretty. Why you gotta badmouth the hat? Like, who cares? Dang, you know what I'm saying? So I can't stand friendships that revolve around gossiping. That is such a red flag. So it's such a green flag when y'all are just vibing and having a good time without having to gossip about other people. Like, that's just, it's so lame. That's an insecurity. People who gossip about other people, it's such insecurity. So if you're in a friendship where y'all are constantly gossiping about people, that's not good. I have friends where like I can just be on solo like friend dates with them, and then I have friends where like we can kind of all collectively hang out. But when I'm like solo with one of my friends, it's just me and her. Like, I am not bad mouthing my other friends to her. We're not gossiping. She's not doing the same thing with her friends. Like, there's no need, you know? And I have my own individual relationship with every single one of my friends. And whatever me and that one friend are talking about, it doesn't go to another friend. You get what I'm saying? And that tends to happen a lot, especially when you're in group friendships. Keep the gossiping out. Let the gossiping go. Like, that's just, no. Next green flag, someone who you can have conversations with that push you to grow and accomplish goals, aka has the same or similar mindset and morals. That is a major green flag. I feel like it is very important to surround yourself with people who can push you to your goals, that can push you to be a better person, and y'all push each other, especially now in my mid-20s. Like, we're all working towards our career. That is very important because, you know the saying, you are like the 5 people you hang around the most? Is that what they say it in so many different ways, but like, you're just like the 5 people you hang around the most, something like that. I'll put it down here. It has a lot of truth to that, and I don't think it's fully 100% true, because there are times where like I used to hang out with people who were totally different from me, but I never fell into those ways. But you know, it's just kind of a choice that you make, you know. But people that you choose to really have around you, you want to make sure that y'all really do have the same mindset and the same morals, especially like when you have a certain religion. So I know I can talk to my friends about God and prayer, and then even outside of that, just talking about goals and, you know, motivation and manifestation and just, I don't know, just all kinds of things that, you know, I want to work on so that way I can be a better person and vice versa. So I feel like it's really important to have people like that in your life, that you can have those kind of conversations, and ultimately y'all are helping each other out, you know, because life is about learning. Life is trial and error, and life is short. And I feel like as you get older, you want to grow and keep becoming a better person. And I'm really thankful to have friends around me that are also trying to grow, and we help each other grow. So being able to have those kind of people around me who have similar mindsets as me. You know, I'm not saying like being the exact way that I am, because like I said before, I don't want you to be a yes friend. You know what I mean? Like, nah, we can have different opinions on certain things, and I can learn from you, you can learn from me. You know, that's just how it is. We're not all going to be the same, but similarities need to be there, of course. So yeah. Next green flag, someone that makes you feel good when you're around them, that makes you feel like you can show up as your true self. That is so key. I want to say I mentioned this before on my YouTube channel a while ago. This girl on Instagram was talking to a therapist, and the therapist was like, pay attention to how someone makes you feel when they walk into the room. Do you feel happy? Do you feel sad? Do you feel anxious? Do you get anxiety? And I remember her saying that, and I think around that time I was going through with a friendship, and I remember like that was like my oh yeah, you gotta go, because it's so true. All of my friendships that I have in my life, every time they walk into the room or every time I see them, I'm just so happy to see them, because a lot of the times too, you know, as you get older, you don't really see your friends all the time. You know, there may be some weeks where I don't see my friend, especially my best friend, you know, because she lives so far. So when I do get a chance to see her, I'm just like excited. It's as if I see her every day, because we just pick up where we left off, which is amazing. But yeah, the certain other friendships that I have, you know, we'll go time without seeing each other because we're so busy. But then when we do see each other, it's just like so fun. Like, give each other hugs, and we're just like, oh my God, so nice to see you. And in my previous friendships that I did let go because they were toxic, I remember feeling like I had to act a certain way. I was just like, ugh, stressed out. Like, I remember all those feelings, and I'm like, you shouldn't feel like that in a friendship. You shouldn't feel like you can't come to this person. You shouldn't feel like you have to put on a front in front of your friends. Like, no, that's not a true friend. And so if you feel when that friend walks into the room everything but happiness, that is not a good friend. And you're getting those feelings for a reason, so you need to pay attention to it. Let that person go. Let them go. Sorry, just distance yourself. Get somebody else to do it.
Get somebody else to do it.
Next green flag, someone who celebrates your achievements. That is a major green flag. That kind of goes along with being, you know, supportive. Every single one of my friends are so supportive in that way, celebrating my achievements or me celebrating their achievements, and even just celebrating them as a whole. Like when it comes to birthdays or just, I don't know, anything, we always show up for each other. It makes you just feel good to like celebrate your friends and have them celebrate you. Anytime you come to them with great news, their reaction is immediately supportive. Like, oh my God, like that is so great, congratulations. You know, pay attention to that. You know, when you come to somebody and you have great news and they give you like an answer that's like, oh, okay. Nah, that's a jealous friend. We don't, and we'll get into the red flags soon, but get somebody else to do it.
Get somebody else to do it.
That just speaks for itself. There's nothing more that I can really touch on that. We celebrate people's achievements over here because we're supportive of other people. Red flags. Whew. Okay, we got a lot. Just kidding. Okay, first red flag. This was the first thing that came off of my head. Someone that is in competition with you. Look here. You are not supposed to be in competition with your friend. Oh my God. Y'all are supposed to be encouraging one another, motivating each other, celebrating each other's achievements, supporting each other. Or why are you trying to be in competition with your friend? No, that is a major red flag. Like someone that is trying to one up you. Why? And I see that a lot amongst women, period. Just trying to be in competition with one another. And I don't get it. I don't get it because I feel like if you're truly my friend, I'm not trying to outdo you. I don't want you to try to outdo me. Like we are our own individual person. And what I love about my friends is that we are all our own individual person. And we are all different. And we are all not trying to be like each other. We have our own styles. We have our own likes and dislikes. We don't all look the same. You know what I'm saying? Like we all are all beautiful women. And we have our own personalities, our own way of doing things. And I think that's great. Why are people in friendships trying to be like each other on purpose? Why are you trying to be in competition with somebody else? Like, why? That's not okay. And that's the insecurity issue too. Be your own person. Be your own person. That is key. And if you feel like someone is trying to be in competition with you, cut that friend off. Cut it, cut it, cut it. Cut it, cut it, cut it. Cut the cord. Let it go. It's dead. Bye. That's number one. A major red flag. So red flag number 2, someone that gossips. We already spoke about that in the green flags, that someone that doesn't gossip is a green flag, but someone that does, that is a red flag. And like I said before, if they're doing that to you, if they're talking bad about their other friends to you, I promise you they're talking bad about you to the other friends. A snake is always going to be a snake. And in due time, they're going to reveal themselves as snakes to other people. It's only a matter of time. I remember being in a situation where that was happening a lot. You know, coming to me about other friends, and I'm like, why are you bad mouthing your other friends to me? Like, I don't want to hear that. That's not cool. And I remember thinking so naively, is naively a word? Whatever, making it one. I remember thinking in a naive way, oh, she wouldn't do that to me. She wouldn't never do that to me. So gossiping is a absolute no. Don't be gossiping about your other friends to me. Don't be telling me their secrets. Next red flag, acting fake. That just kind of ties into what we just talked about, you know, with the whole gossiping, because people will gossip in your face and then kiki with that person that they were gossiping about, like just having a good time as if they weren't bad mouthing, you know, that person to you. And I can't stand a fake person. I cannot stand it. Be real. I think it's so important, and I'm so glad and grateful that I have friendships where if there is ever an issue, you talk it out, you know, and we don't even argue like that. So that's another red flag down the line we'll talk about. But all of my friendships that I have, we rarely argue, but when we do, we're quick to talk it out, not act fake. You know what I'm saying? So that is a major red flag if that person's acting fake. Next red flag, someone that talks down on you, also calls you out in front of other people. That is a major red flag, because why are you talking down on your friends? Why are you not supporting them? You get what I'm saying? Why are you calling your friend out in front of other people to embarrass them? Why are you talking down on them when they're coming to you for advice? Why are you judging that person that's coming to you for advice? No. Red flag. When you're a true friend to somebody and you see them down and you see them coming to you for advice, the first thing you should do is, for one, uplift them, motivate them, and talk to them, help them out mentally. You know, they're coming to you for advice for a reason. So someone talking down on you, you know, that is not cool. That is a jealousy kind of trait. My next red flag was jealousy. So basically, jealous friendships, jealous family members, a jealous man, jealous people in general you should not have around you. If you have a friend like that talking down on you, let that friend go. That is a major red flag. Absolutely not. Jealousy is, and I never understood jealousy, because why are you jealous of somebody else? Like, I feel like there's a difference when you're inspired by somebody, because I get inspired by people a lot. When you see a certain makeup look, a certain hairstyle, or a certain outfit, and you're like, wow, I want to do something very similar to that, but in my own way, because I'm not trying to outdo that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's different. And that's like kind of like how I was saying earlier too, like all of my friendships that I have, we're all different. Like if we all decide to wear black, we're all gonna wear black in our own way. We decide to have blonde hair, our blonde hair is gonna look all different. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not trying to be like each other. You know, we're not trying to be in competition with each other. Like, you can have the same taste as somebody, but you're not trying to be like them or, you know, outdo that person. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not like a jealous kind of thing. Like, we all are so different, and we all have similarities though, which makes us all click, you know, but it's never a situation where we're jealous of each other, trying to outdo each other. No. So yeah, jealousy, that's red flags. Next red flag, codependency. That is a major red flag, and I experienced that before in some of my past friendships that I no longer have. And I remember that transition from high school to college, like that was kind of in there, because, you know, in high school you're with your friends every single day, 5 days a week, you're in school, you know, you're with your friends a lot. This goes for everybody, girls and guys. But then, you know, you graduate high school, you go off to college, everybody kind of goes their separate ways, you know, like you may not all go to the same college, but y'all still know y'all are friends. If you're true friends, you still know that even though we're not together all the time, we're still friends. You know, even though I'm meeting new friends, it does not mean that I'm not your friend. You know what I'm saying? And codependency friendships lack that. They lack the space. They don't like when you have other friends. When you have a friend that feels like they have to be with you 24/7, feels like they should only be your friend and you can't have other friends. No, that is a major red flag. Like, if that person is making you feel guilty for spending time with somebody else that is also your friend, that isn't their friend, making you feel guilty to cancel out on them due to something that's very important, you know, just whatever it is. When it comes to canceling out, that's a whole different situation. But, you know, if someone has a reasonable reason to why, like, they canceled out on whatever it was that y'all were going to do together, you know, making you feel guilty for that's not okay. It is okay to have other friendships. Guys, get out of that. Well, see, when you're younger, I get it. You know, you're just like, you're my best friend, you're my only best friend. You know, that little kitty stuff. Grow out of that. It's fine to have other friends, and it is okay to have separate friend groups. It is okay to not mix your friendship groups together. That is fine. It is okay to have your work friends, your party friends, your career friends. It is okay to not mix and match your friendships. You know, it's okay to make new friends. That is fine. And the one thing that I am very appreciative about all of my friendships that I have is we all know that, and we all get each other. Just because you're friends with other people does not mean that the friendships that you had before them don't matter anymore. You know what I'm saying? I love that my best friend Shakana understands that, yes, she's my best friend, but I also have other friends that are also my sisters, have been there for me as well, and she doesn't get upset about that, or she doesn't take that as like, oh, so me and her are growing apart, because no, like, not at all. You know, like, my best friend is someone that I don't see as often, but when we do get together, it's like we haven't left, because of the distance that has caused us to not be able to see each other as regularly as we used to. But as you grow, that's what happens, you know. And I love that with all of my friendships that I'm in, we all get each other in that way. It is okay for all of us to have other friends, and that doesn't take away from our own individual friendship. I don't ever feel like me and Nia are growing apart because she's hanging out with someone else. Like, no, I'm really big on my friendships because they're my sisters, you know, like, there's no one like them. So yeah, so all this, the codependency, as you get older, people's lives totally change. People get married, people have kids, people are working on a career, people go their separate ways, but that is okay. We're all growing as people, and it happens to every single one of us, just at different times, you know. As long as you and your friendships are solid, nothing's gonna break y'all apart. It doesn't matter how far away y'all are, it doesn't matter how much time goes by, nothing can break that. So this codependency, get somebody else to do it.
Get somebody else to do it.
Sometimes you just need your time alone too, you know, your me time. And I'm one of those people, like, I need my space. I need my alone time. I like to go out on solo dates. I'm not a needy friend at all. Like, my friends know they can cancel out on me. I'm so cool. I'm cool. Because 9 times out of 10, the day the activity came up where we had to do X, Y, Z, I was probably tired anyway. So like, cancel out on me. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. As long as nothing like really important. I'm not the needy friend at all. We're all not needy friends either. Like, we all aren't codependent on each other. We all have our own individual lives, and we all respect each other's lives. So yeah. Next red flag, lots of arguments. You should not be arguing with your friends 24/7. It's okay to have your little arguments here and there, you know. But if you're constantly arguing, especially if it's over the same exact thing too, constantly arguing all the time to the point where you're stressing yourself out, both mentally, physically, emotionally, like you just feel like you're in a whole relationship with a dude, no, let it go. You should not be arguing 24/7 in a friendship. Been there, done that, the worst thing ever. That is not okay, because it's like, why? And then when you're arguing to where you're not hearing each other out either, it's a mess. It's a mess. And we're getting older now. Okay, stress can kill you. We don't need no stress. No stress. No, we need peace. We need peace. And even if it's a big argument, but y'all worked it out and y'all are like dating that argument, okay. But constantly arguing all the time, like, we are not in high school anymore. Y'all should not even be arguing once a week. And if you find yourself doing that a lot, that friendship gotta go. That friendship has to go. Cut it. Cut it. And next red flag, no accountability for their actions. That is major, because not everybody is perfect. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. And sometimes you may be at fault for certain things, and it is okay to take accountability for it and apologize. If you really want this person in your life, you would do that. It's different if someone's coming at you and saying you did something when you didn't do it. Okay, you're just trying to defend yourself. I get it. If you know you did something that the person is coming to you about, like, you know in your heart you did something, and even if you didn't mean it to come off this way, but you see that your friend is hurting by that, take accountability for it. You know, say like, wow, I didn't even realize that I made you feel that way. I didn't even realize that I did that. I'm so sorry. That's what a true friend does when they want you in their life. I remember me and Shakana, my best friend, when we did our best friend tag on my channel a year ago, that's one thing that we mentioned in our best friend tag, is that me and her are both bigger people. And so when you're used to being the bigger person in friendships, you automatically are quick to fix it in a friendship. So whenever me and her get into an argument, which is very rare, we are both quick to fix it immediately because we don't want to lose each other, you know what I'm saying? And we've been best friends for 10 years now. So and even in my other friendships that I have, we rarely argue, but anytime we do, or anytime we have a disagreement, you know, we're quick to take accountability for it and we're quick to fix it with one another. And I think that that is very important, instead of always pointing the finger at somebody else, especially when you know you was wrong. Like, that is not okay. Someone that doesn't take accountability for their actions, red flag. Well, that is it in today's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that you found it very helpful. I hope that you're able to take some tips and gems from this, okay? Because we want nice and great friendships. We are in the year 2023. No toxic friendships at all. No toxic people, relationships, family members. No. Let the toxicity out of your life. Let me know your favorite red and green flag that you agree with. Let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate that. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video.